for our last day of card games. We're not going to get to all the games that I have on here. So if you want to keep playing new games, there's a lot more card games on here. There's Rummy, Crazy Eights, all kinds of fun games. But we don't have time to get through all of them, so you'll have to explore and play more at home. The last few games we're going to play are fun partner games that you play. One is Reading Minds, and the other one is Guess My Number. Okay, so I'm going to show you both of these today, and these ones you play just with a few cards, not with dealing a lot of cards. So let's do Reading Minds first. So with Reading Minds, it looks like this with the stick figures. So you're going to have 3 people. You need to have 3 people to play, okay? Or you could try it with 2 people, but you really do need 3 people. So 2 people are going to put cards up on their forehead like this, and I'm not going to look at it. So kind of like the game, what is it? Heads Up, or there's a game, Headbands. Headbands, where you have the cards up here and you don't look at it, okay? So I'm going to hold a card up to my head. Mr. Ghost is going to hold a card up to his head, and then the third person is going to add those cards together. So I can see them, so it's 9 and a 7. So I know if I give 9 1, it becomes 10. The 7 becomes a 6, so it'd be 16. So I would have one, my friend would have one, and the third person would say, your cards add up to 16. And then me and the other person, we could look at each other's cards. Okay, so they have a 9. What plus 9 would be 16? And you try to figure out your number. And you could play it where you just have fun and do the best you can, or you can play the first person who's holding a card and says, oh, I know 9 plus 7 makes 16. So you could play that if you get it first, you get both those cards, okay? And then it'd be the next 2 friends. So they have an 8 and a 1, and I'll pretend like I'm the person who's saying it. Now they have these on their forehead, and I'll look at them and say, oh, your card, your sum, if I add them together, the sum is 9, because 8 plus 1 is 9. So then they look at each other's, and they say, oh, I have an ace. So you try to guess your number. Yes, you do. So whoever has the ace or whoever guesses first gets those cards, okay? So one more time. So a 3, and this person has a 7. So 3 plus 7 is what? 10. So you say your cards add together to make 10. And so I would have a 3 and I'd look at theirs. Okay, if you have a 7, I must have a 7, 8, 9, 10. I have a 3. And they would say, yeah. And then I'd get these cards. So that's the first game called Reading Minds, where you look at their card and they tell you how much they add up to, and then you have to add and figure out what your card is. The other game is a game where you would go in a circle, so you could have as many people as you want. You need at least 2 people. It's called Guess My Number, okay? So I would draw a card, and I'd put it on my, and this one you don't put it on your head. This one, you would just look at it, okay? So I draw a card, and the other people are gonna have to guess questions to figure out what my card is, okay? So they could say things like, is your card even? So even means where you have the numbers that go together. So like 4, they all have a partner, so it's even. So they could say, is it even? And I would say, no. And so they could guess, is it more than 5? No. So now you know my card is less than 5 and it's not even. Do you know what it is? So you could guess, is it 1? No. Is it 3? Yeah, it's a 3. Okay, so let's try some more. And if you do it with face cards, I would just make these a 10, or you can get rid of them. You don't have to do those. Let's see, I'm gonna do another one. All right, so, and the person who's answering questions can only say yes or no. They can't give any extra clues. So you have to think of some really good questions. So let's see, I have another card, so you'd have to ask questions. Is your number, let's see, is your card even? And this time, let me think, do they all have a partner? Yes, my card is even. You could say, is it less than 10? Yes, it is. So it's an even number, less than 10. Is it less than 5? Nope. So it's between 5 and 10. So you could say it's even, it's between 5 and 10. Is it 6? No. Is it 8? Yes. And maybe you could say whoever guesses it gets the card. If you want to make it harder, you could do 2 cards and have them guess. And then you could say things like, do they add up to get 6? No. Are they both even? Yes. So you could make it even more challenging, but that'd be pretty tricky, okay? So those are 2 games you can play that are more kind of fun. You go in a circle. So you have the ones where you go up and you add them together to figure out your number, or you have the ones where you just give clues to help them figure out your number. So have fun.